were fighting with the Montagues.
And you? Juliet, daughter of Capulet.
They say the world is spinning round, but you come along and time slows down.
I should properly introduce myself. I'm
Romeo.
I knew that my heart would never beat the same.
Did you not see the look in her eyes? She's changed. It takes a mother to know.
Are you kidding me? A Montague and a Capulet would set the world on fire.
She's not our enemy. Of course she is.
It's like my heart's on fire. So dangerous, so dangerous.
We're to be married. It's been decided.
Not by me.
Every secret, we're trying to keep us dangerous.
Do you trust me?
Jump!
Just 'cause I'm falling tonight don't mean no. Just 'cause I'm falling tonight don't mean I'm falling in love.
Montague. It's a good name.
In a different life, maybe love could be your only guide, just not in this one.
I'd rather die than live without her.
I'm more than the crown I wear, and we're with a man.
You will stand with this family, or you'll stand alone.
I'm more than the role I play.
You will be the Capulet you've been raised to be.
This mask I wear.
Romeo.
We're running out of time.
Tick-tock, time
You're
is
playing with life and death.
This isn't how our story ends, I promise you that.
Ensure that Romeo knows that tonight I drink to him.
What now?
It's a mystery.
Hello, my name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I am here with Timothy Scott Bogart. Sorry, got tongue-tied. Not enough coffee this morning. I apologize.
There's all these words. Don't worry about it. I have too many names. It's very nice.
And all of them are like half of them are first names too. And I'm like
exactly. It makes it extra complicated. It's true.
You are, and I'm saying this to you. You are the writer and director.
I am he. Well, I'm the writer based on some other very important writers for Mr. Shakespeare and all. Let's make sure we apply appropriate credit.
Absolutely. The writer and director of Juliet and Romeo, based off of the classic Shakespearean play. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Already messing up my interview. Doing great so far. Let's start with the basic of all basic questions that you're probably getting 15 of today. Why is Romeo and Juliet that story that everyone just wants to redo, change, adapt? What makes this story special?
You know, I think what makes the story special, first and foremost, is I really do believe it is Mr. Shakespeare's poppiest piece. And it's the piece he really, if you look across his work, it's the one piece he really aimed at a different demographic. He aimed at younger people. Most of his other work is not that. So I think those themes about, you know, self-identification of who I am in this family, what's my relation with my parents, what is my role in life, boy, those haven't changed since 1301. You know, I have a 21-year-old daughter. She got the same questions this morning. So I think the themes are so unbelievably relevant. But the other thing about Shakespeare's work overall is it's always meant to be adapted. And there's not a version of it that doesn't suddenly go, well, this one's in World War II, or this one's underwater, or this one's all with guitar player. I mean, there's always a different take. And Juliet on Broadway, let's take it after the events occur. So there's always been a different take to understand how to take this unbelievably relevant concept, story, and characters, but adapt it for this moment, this place, this time, and this audience. And so having directed it early on in my youth on stage, it just haunted me to try to figure out a better way to get it right.
Absolutely. And my only argument to that is I think Midsummer Night's Dream might be kind of close.
Midsummer, which by the way, I was in Midsummer. I love Midsummer. I think it is slightly aged up though still compared. I mean, remember, interesting, you know, Romeo and Juliet, of course, in history are supposed to be quite young. And so 14 plus. But I do think people forget the fact that lifespan was 30. right? So at that time, and even when Mr. Shakespeare wrote it in late 1500s, lifespan was 40. So that theme doesn't make sense at 14 for today when lifespan's 80 plus. So there are things like that that have to come to us. But the fact that he aimed at such a young audience was really interesting for him.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather. Welcome to our class in drama today.
I'm sorry. I love this stuff. You can tell.
Theater kids. I'm so sorry, everyone.
I know. I can talk about it for hours.
So I actually want to point out you did mention something about family, which is of course an important part of the play overall. But in Juliet and Romeo, y'all really dug into the familial aspect of this. Y'all did not like in reality, the family was on the peripheral, but in the movie that you directed, you wrote, they're right there in the center of it all. 100%. Why dive into the family?
I dove into the family because I think that's the most realistic and relatable challenge for most young people today. And while obviously it's in Shakespeare's play and it's in all the iterations of novels that Shakespeare based his material on, understanding what Juliet's relationship with mom kind of really matters. Think about, young women today figuring out what their relationship is with their parents, understanding Romeo's relationship with dad, played by the amazing Jason Isaacs, are crucially important to understand their struggle and what they were battling against, just to be able to be their own people, which I think is the most relevant of all. So I would argue that the family is what helps us inform every member of it, and certainly lets us understand Romeo and Juliet's personal struggles.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the second shout out in one of my interviews that Jason Isaacs has gotten. Jamie said that it was a moment when he got to get smacked by him. And I'm just going to say, Jason, if you're out there, come talk to me. We have to chat a little bit.
You want to get slapped? If you don't want to be slapped by someone, it should be Jason Isaacs.
Absolutely.
He does slap better than anybody.
So, all right, then let's go into the next thing. That's just the most obvious: a musical,
a full
pop musical.
Yeah. Well, but interestingly, I've always thought there are two kinds of musicals, right? There's the musical where there's the milkman walking down the street singing, and he knows he's in a musical, and his cow knows that it's in a musical, and and those are wonderful. Just not what we were trying to do here. This really is about inner voice. It really is about this inner soul. There's this wonderful scene in the film where Romeo and Juliet come together, and they sing the first big duet called "Beat the Same," and they're in the church and they're singing, and I would argue they're not really singing in the church, right? Like they're a bunch of young kids. They're probably, being young kids in a church, but it feels like they're singing. And so the idea of tapping into this inner voice, which is so relevant to today's audience, felt like the way in a different way than had really ever been done before. And, very tricky alchemy to get it right. But that was the mission.
Absolutely. And that's one of the recurring themes in these interviews is the accessibility of this story and how y'all created this adaptation that is more accessible, especially to the modern audience today. What was that pivotal moment when y'all were doing this and y'all were in that production room that y'all were just like, we want to make this the most accessible version that we can?
Well, there are multiple pivotal moments along the way. We actually started crafting the songs in sync with crafting the script almost 10 years ago. So every once in a while we hit on another song and go, aha, that's going to be so great for that. And it takes time. It takes time to get these things right. So there's multiple moments, kind of big aha, eureka. We found the song, we found the moment, we found the structure. But until you're sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning on the top of a mountain in freezing cold snow with your cast, with 400 Italian speaking crew members and fires and horses, and you suddenly realize, oh my God, the horse is taking 4 seconds too long to get from here to there in the middle of the song. And I have to turn to my brother, Evan, the songwriter, and go, you have 20 minutes. You have to re-architect the entire song while we turn the camera around, go. That was another eureka moment. Do we have it? Do we not? And then you watch it come to life. And it's really something different. And at least for me, and I hope for so many, it's really something special.
Absolutely. I love it. And once again, I love that the word accessibility, every single actor I've spoken to today, that's the word they use. And that's exactly what this is. Thank you so much, Timothy, for your time today. Juliet and Romeo arrives exclusively in theaters on May 9th. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world. So more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh, nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Juliet.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.